Yeah, coming on board with Carlton as a development coach after 5 years out of the system has seen its challenges, and the shift obviously in elite sport continues year in, year out with clubs and competition trying to find that edge wherever it may be. So coming back into the system, reinvigorated, re-energised and bringing some of what I've learnt in the past, but also then embracing where Carlton are headed in the future, and it's exciting. And for our list now is around making sure they have the resources to reach their full potential. Yeah, 5 years out of the elite system was it was really healthy for me. I needed to separate myself from that space and see what was out there in the real world. And I've personally worked in not-for-profit since then, and also went into the corporate space in some recruiting. But along the way I was also coaching my own side in country footy, which saw different challenges to what I've seen in the last few months, just around the diligence piece. You know, it's not, and rightfully so, it's not first, second or third priority country footy. It sits in there behind work, family, friends, that sort of thing. So you never knew how many you get into training, you never knew what sort of drills you'd be able to run because of it. You never quite knew who would be available on the weekend, they might have to work, so on and so forth. So from an organisation standpoint, trying to step outside from your own competitive outlook on things to understand and respect where others were coming from. It's really healthy for me to go through that process and to appreciate football for what it was. And it had some ups and downs, but lots of great learnings, and obviously led to a really positive outcome for me personally. But I look back over my time with the North Shore Football Club down in Geelong Footy League, and it was something of invaluable experience for me personally. Yeah, I've always travelled. Early on I didn't realise how lucky I was. My mum was born in Montreal, and her family now resides in Toronto, and my wife is from Los Angeles, who I met on the way through to Toronto one year. So I've always had this lucky ability to travel, whether it was forcefully as I was younger to go see family, or now as I got older I wanted to start to appreciate more cities around the world. And by nature I find myself in North America quite a fair bit. Huge passion for NBA since I was a little kid, and baseball's always been a big passion of mine as well. And physically now, both sports are well and truly behind me, and football was never actually a priority as a kid growing up. Basketball was always my thing, and so it's great to go across and visually appreciate those experiences and see NBA games across all of North America, and it's something I always have a passion for, but it's very much one of those things that I quickly understood that I'll never make at an elite level. Golf's come on late as a bit of a passion. It's one of those ones where you find through your own experiences and own journey. For me personally, it was around how can I stay competitive and tick that box that I need to tick, but also have a nice balance to what that competition looks like for me. So the enjoyment of golf is something I really love. The challenge of golf is something I've really come to love, and it's also been a great way to interact with family and friends and to catch up, but also, again, let those competitive juices flow a little bit and see how you can go out on the track. Since my passion sort of escalated, my father-in-law is quite into his golf, so he was over for Christmas. We were lucky enough to play. In the last few months we've been able to play Royal Melbourne, which is obviously a really highly ranked course and highly regarded course, and he was pretty blown away. And for us to be able to get on there and play was something I probably took for granted, even though it was only a few months ago. Through North America, I remember my first round of golf ever was at the Toronto Golf Club with my grandparents when I was much younger, and shot a much higher score, and been able to play some really nice courses through Palm Springs and parts of California that now, again, I have a base and an access to. And so it's something that I try not to take for granted, but there's beautiful courses all over the world, and so many I'd love to eventually see. And one of those things with golf, I think, is probably not to overlook your own backyard, with the sandbelt just around the corner and some beautiful courses down here on the Surf Coast. It's something that pretty lucky to have access to, and something I'm going to look to take full advantage of in the future.